Welcome to ServiceNow TechC by Dinesh Kumar Raghu. Hello team. So today we are going to start. Actually we completed the topics of how to start with the ServiceNow and how to create forms, tables, columns, different kind of columns, how to arrange the form layout, list layout. So these all things we are able to cover. So I'm quickly sharing my screen. Yep. So once created the form, list layout, tables, and all, next topic we can go ahead and cover as like how to do the CRUD operations in the table. Okay. For example, I'm just opening incident. I will explain about the incident module later, but it's kind of table which you created in the initial days. Okay. So as an admin, you can able to delete the record, you can update the record. You can also go and create a new record by using the new button here. If you see here new option, so you can go and create a new incident as well. And that means you can create a new record in your table. You just imagine like you create a one custom table and there you create the new record. And you can also just fill the data and update the record as well. You can also update the record as well. And you can also delete the record as well. As an admin, you have rights to delete the record as well here. You can also go and delete it. Mhm. Okay. So these are the CRUD operations which you can do as an admin. But if at all you are having access to this CRUD operations only. Why? Because some tables might be having only update option to you, only write option to you, to be frank. Some of the tables write and create both options might be having. Okay. But some of the tables you won't be having the delete option. Okay, that is depending on the requirement, client client requirement completely. For example, client don't want to delete any of the record by anybody. Okay, we can remove the delete option to everybody as a development. That we will cover it in the future topics related to the ACLs. We can call that as a access control list. Okay. Coming to the next topic now, as I said, right? So now generally how to start with ServiceNow and what are the main topics we covered. Now, particularly module wise, we are going to cover in the ITSM module. Okay. In the ITSM module, IT service management, it is. In the ITSM, we have the incident
Hello.
management, problem management, change management. You can go on mute, Shaker, no issues. We can discuss later if anything is there. Okay, we have the incident module, problem module, and change module. Okay, three modules we will basically will cover in the ITSM perspective. Okay, so what is incident module? Okay, uh, who will use this incident module generally? So thing is, when you are using the incident module, when you will use the incident module, meaning, for example, you in the organization, everybody will get the laptops or everybody will get the email accounts. So they will be having some organizational things will be there. And you are facing some issue related to the email or you are facing some issue with the laptop, device, something you need some help on the inquiry, you want some information from so and so people. So these kind of things will be there. Further, instead of directly contacting the person, you can raise a ticket. Why? Because in the complete organization we might be having thousands of resources, thousands of employees, but IT team will be there. Everybody is keep pinging to them. It's not a good practice, right? So for the making organized way, we have introduced in ServiceNow is incident module. Okay, there you can able to raise a ticket. Okay, if you ask me, raise a ticket. For example, if you are having issue with the software, hardware, network, database, password reset, any kind of things, you can go and raise a ticket here. For example, uh, if at all it is a category software, depending on the category, what software issue it is, subcategory will be there. Okay, depending on the category, subcategory will be there here. Okay, so not only software, any kind of category you can choose. For that, subcategory will be there. What kind of network issues we are having? Okay, and database. What kind of subcategory for the database? So how it is populating? This is the configuration. So these kind of requirements you may get. This is the example. Category, subcategory is a very good example to populate depending on the another column. Okay. Now, I'm quickly creating two new columns in the incident module to showcase how we are populating actually category and subcategory. Or we'll do one thing, we'll showcase with the existing columns. Okay. You feel like you created a category column in your table by using the type of choice. The category field type will be, you just think like type of choice. Okay. You can create with the string also, but you better to create with the choice. Why? Because it's a choice field actually. Okay. Uh, if you see here, choices are dropped down with none. That means first option, whenever you are creating a incident ticket in the ticket, new ticket, it will create as a none. Or else by default, if at all anything mentioned in the default value will be populated. Okay, first thing. Second thing, here is the choices. We can also create a number of choices for the category. So whatever you are seeing choices here, you can also able to identify choices here. Hardware, network, password reset, inquiry, database, software. All these are come under the choices. Choices means whatever you are seeing under the category, you can go and create. Just you can you can click on new button and you can create that. I'm going to create one more category. Uh, I'm giving a label as test session, ServiceNow session. Okay. Value is backend. I will explain about the backend value. I think I already explained, but I will cover again. Now, if you go and see here, you can see here choice ServiceNow session. I have given a label as ServiceNow session. This is label, this is backend value. And if you see here sequence, which one will should populate first? For example, if you open the incident module, so here you see inquiry is populating first, software next to hardware. So sequence is there here. So the sequence only by using this sequence here. So if I'm doing this here, a to Z. See here, I am able to do the sorting as well. Just need to click on here column name. So these things you people should note down while I am doing the activities of any other things. These small things will come in the picture, like sorting A to Z, Z to A. I'm able to the Z to Z to A means higher to lower. A to Z means lower to higher. So these things you should note down. So these things we can able to cover. Empty is coming as top. Why? Because we don't have the value. It will considering as a null. Okay. I'm just keeping this as a 4, 5, 6. Okay. So 6 went to the down. And if I'm refreshing the uh, form here, you can also identify category here. Since ServiceNow session. But we don't have the dependency for this. We have not created it. ServiceNow session, but subcategory is not created still. That is the reason it is empty. So how we can create a subcategory for the specific category? Just right click, configure dictionary. We will in the column to see the related column, to see the related column details, we just need to right click on the column. You can see here configure label, configure dictionary, configure styles, show security rules, configure choices, show choice list, show subcategory. Okay. And time being, you will get to know everything, each and every option, what is the use with this. But now, as time came now we are using the configure dictionary. Configure dictionary means you are opening the column. Actually, you are opening the column. Whatever you are going to use the subcategory, correct? So you are just opening the column. So for this kind of requirement, depending on the one column, another column needs to be populated. For this kind of requirement, you need to create a column, and that is also choice type, and choices will be there. But how the dependency is working? Here, if you click on the advanced in your column, currently it is already advanced. That's why it's not showing here. You need to click on the advanced, and next dependent field tab will be there. Okay, you need to mark it as true. First thing, dependent field should be dependent field should be true. That means you are using as a dependent some field for this field. Okay, and which field it is going to be? It is going to be category field. In the subcategory, dependent on field should be the category. You can choose here. You can see all the incident related only. Why? Because this record is related to the incident table. That is the reason when you are clicking here, you can see all the incident related table. You can also choose some other choice field where we have the choices dependent field. Okay. Even that also you can choose. But for our requirement here is depending on the category, subcategory needs to be populated. But in your form, you can create two other fields, any other two fields depending on the requirement. One after other should be populated. If you're choosing one, another should be populated, kind of that. So this is first step. You need to choose the checkbox, use dependent field, and depend on field, which field you're going to use. To one thing. Second thing, here in the choices, when you creating the choices, this is the label. For example, if you are choosing the network, you're populating the DHCP. How you are populating the DHCP? You are using the backend value of the network in the dependent value. That means this network backend value. What is the network backend value? You see here in the category of category column. If you see here network backend value is small n. The label is capital N. Value is small n. This value backend value you are using in the dependent value column of subcategory for the DHCP. The same way, let's create some more. Now, we'll create like in the ServiceNow training, we created a category. For that, ITSM, one of the choice, and our backend name is ServiceNow session. Problem. In the okay, it's ITSM, right? So we will mark it as incident. So we can add more choices. Incident problem. And same backend value for the dependent field. Okay. I'm just right click. This is the banner. If you go, this is the banner, right click, and I'm saving it. Now go and refresh it in the form. Okay. Now I choose in the ServiceNow session. And if I'm seeing in the subcategory, change incident problem. All three choices is populated, whichever we created under the subcategory. Okay. I hope you guys understood on this. Okay. Let me know if any questions till now, team. Okay, I will consider as no. Okay. So this is category and this is subcategory, and we are populating the depending on the one field, another field we are populating. The same way remaining all also configured. Now, what is the remaining fields here? Language, sequence, inactive is there. Inactive means whenever you don't want, so customer may ask, I don't want this choice from now, but you should not go and delete this choice whenever he is asking. You should not use delete option to remove from the choices. Why? Because in the past incidents, this category and this subcategory might be used already, and we should not lose the data from the previous old records. What you have to do here, inactive false is there. So whenever client don't want any of the choice, you just need to go and mark it as inactive true. That means it is going to inactive. Now, if you are going and refreshing this form, the incident module won't be present in the ServiceNow session. Only change and problem is there. Okay. This is the related to the category and subcategory. Okay. And same way in the category also choices will be there. For any kind of choice field, you can see these options. Okay. Second thing. Now, service offering, configuration management. These three are depending on each other, and leave about this when we are getting into the CMDB topic. I will cover about these three columns. This is related to the CMDB topic. Okay. These columns, but these are the columns and reference into the CMDB table. I mean, CI table, CMDB CI table. So kind of that. Okay. Configuration item related to the configuration item management. It is not related to the incident module as of now, but it's a related to, it's just like a reference field. Okay. How to add the reference table to the columns, that we will see. For example, this is the incident table. I want to add one column where we can link with the other table. That is the reference in a general word. For example, if I'm right click and doing the configure dictionary, this service, this is the reference column. See this reference specification, which reference table it is, where we are configuring that. So this is linked with the some other table. If you see here, CMDB CA service, it is a different table. So if you want to use some other table into the same table column, in different table column, you can use a reference field and you can use as a reference. For example, in your use case, you have created a table. You create a one custom column. This will call as a custom column. You create a custom column and add it as a reference. And I explained about the users, groups, roles, right? Just add a reference as a user table and try to see what it is populating here in your use case. Users record should be populated in your use case. For example, you see here column. This column record is related to the user table. It's a reference to the user table, if you observe. Okay, you can always see the table name in the URL. See, currently I am in the incident table and this is sysID. In the ServiceNow, 32 characters sysID will be there. Okay. Next thing, these are the reference fields and you are referring to the another table and keep practice team. So if you are practicing, right, more practical and questions will come. So you will get more clarity. Whatever I am explaining in the higher level, if you want to go to the deeper level, you have to practice in the system. Then only you will understand about what I am explaining actually. You know, right? For listening and doing, much difference will be there. If you are doing, you will be more confident and you will understand what it is and what about it is. Both the things. Okay. And short description and description. Whenever you are requesting some incident, for example, if some issue is there in your email account or laptop, you want to raise an incident by using this so and so software, I'm having the email issue. But what issue you are having, you need to test, correct? Well, you need to explain to the assistant, correct? IT team or somebody, you need to explain about this, right? So you just have to mention the short description and description about your issue. Channel. Are you sending through the email? Are you sending through the chat? Are you sending through the phone? Are you sending through the self-service or internal? So depending on the channel will be there. And this is also choices. And this is out of the box. We are not going to populate anything automatically, but you can also configure how this is triggered. So you can also set these values. Going forward, you will get to know about this. And in incident, we have the 6 status here. New, in progress, on hold, resolved, closed, cancel. You raised a ticket. This is very important. You should know about the life cycle of incident. This is come under the life cycle of incident. When you create an incident, it will be new state, okay? And when you are assigning, when it is assigning to somebody else, for example, I am assigning to someone else, no users in this group. Okay, let me add some user in the one of the group so we can assign to them. The thing role is missing, that's why it's not. Yeah. So if you see here, uh, I added the assignment group and assign it to. Once I am saving this record, okay, let me also add the description. It's a mandatory field. So how to make mandatory fields and all we are going to cover in the future topics. See this? I assigned one of the ticket to the so and so person and state is changed to the in progress. This is the uh, process for the instant. Okay. Once it is moved to the in progress, if it is solved by so and so person, it will be resolved and out of the box after 7 days, automatically ticket will be closed. Out of the box means which is service given by the ServiceNow out of the box. Okay. First, it will be in progress. After resolving the issue by so and so guy, he will change the status to the resolved. If whoever is raised the ticket, whoever raised the ticket, feeling like the issue is resolved. If he is feeling like issue is resolved, he can go and close automatically. Or if he is not closing, automatically after 7 days, the ticket will be closed. No, issue is not resolved after this guy told like resolved, but issue is not resolved. If he is commenting in the work notes, if he is replying to the email, anyway, it will automatically move again to the in progress. It won't go to the closed. Why? Because issue is not actually resolved for him. But this guy mentioned like it is resolved. So he can reply to the email and he can also comment also in the note session. So both the things will be there. Next thing. Excuse me. Okay. Next step. No. Whoever is assigned this ticket, right? He has some doubts. Whatever questions, whatever he is having, information is not sufficient. That time, what he will do, he will add a comments here in the work notes. He will use as additional comments, customer visible, additional comments. Okay. Here he will add a comments. And what he will do, waiting caller. That means I need some more information from the caller. Caller means who raised this ticket, who raised this issue. Okay, I need some more information from the caller. So that's why I'm keeping on this status as on hold. Okay, once it is moved to the on hold, whenever end user means the caller, whenever caller is replying to this ticket or if he is adding the comments, this status again will change to the in progress automatically. Okay. Again, I'm saying new is the new state when it is creating. In progress means whenever assigned to is assigned or whenever this guy is changing to the in progress. Third stage is whenever it is resolved by the assigned to person. And fourth is closed whenever the issue is permanently closed after it will close after 7 days or caller can change immediately after it move to the resolved. Fourth one. Fifth one, on hold whenever assigned to person is feeling like it's not much information like that. If he is feeling, he will change it to the on hold and he will choose the awaiting caller. But in on hold reasons, we have a three more options: awaiting vendor, awaiting problem, awaiting change. Awaiting change, awaiting problem, awaiting vendor. Three more options also there. Awaiting change means in the change request table, related to this issue only, some change is pending. It is in the approval state, and after change is approval, it will work by the L2 team, change team, and later this will resolve automatically until unless we are keeping on hold. That is the meaning of awaiting change. Awaiting problem, it is a noun issue, and many other are facing the same issue, and we are working on that. That meaning is awaiting problem. Awaiting vendor. So we are waiting confirmation from the vendor. That means ServiceNow. Maybe we raised, it is out of the box functionality issues. We raised ticket with the ServiceNow. So awaiting vendor. So we can add a on hold listeners awaiting vendor at that time. Okay. So I don't want to touch much topics today. Why? Because you have to practice all this, and you need to understand about the states, and how the choices are working, and how to create this incident, what is the CRUD operations, create, delete, update, all things you should understand and practice yourself. And once Assigner 2 is adding, how it is changing to the in progress state. So all this you need to practice. And what is the reference table, you need to practice by using some of the reference columns in your table. Okay. I hope you enjoyed the sessions for today, and we'll continue again with the incident module only in the next session. And we will be having three to four sessions on the incident module itself. It's a very big module, and we will be having the multiple things to learn about the incident module. Okay. And thank you so much, team. And I hope you enjoyed the session, and thank you so much. And ServiceNow Tech by Dinesh Kumar Raghu. Goodbye for today. Bye.